So there's one thing I wanted to drop on you guys before I go do my hair and maybe stop having my beard be so big, stop having me look like one of the prophets in the forest, in the wilderness, half naked, going, the Lord has told me something. And everyone goes, what did the Lord tell you, prophet? The valleys have emptied and you shall do nothing, and I have forsaken my first love. And Jesus, well, no word Jesus. I'm a prophet. Blah, 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 blah. This is going to be some stupid, and the beasts of the field shall be torn to pieces. And what else is a normal thing for a Greek person to say? It has to do with going to the farm and slaughtering animals. And the eel on shall rise amongst us. Okay, what was I saying? Something about how like I look very prophet-like right now in my Nirvana shirt. All right. Oh gosh, I was gonna say something about ons. What was the on? Oh, the on. So became the. Like, how much is that in Arabic? So like if I was gonna say that in actual Arabic, I would say like kam hadi or hadha. Because they say hadi or hadha, but in Egyptian Arabic you'd say da. You just say the, which would be like a delta. So if dawn was the on, it sounds like he's the on, like because he's dawn. Like I mean that's the thing. Like I do know Donald Trump is the on, but like you just don't know like the situation with the on, because the eel on is very powerful. He's very shit. He's a shit on. But I mean, what am I trying to say here? Like because I do realize that eel exists, and I think that we all see eel constantly, and we get used to it. And like I kind of ignore it, but like I have explained like that this AI is really scary, and that you guys do need to be aware of eel. Because if we're not aware of eel, then eel will like take over way too much, and eel has taken over way too much, and that's why we need the you. We need you. You need zoo on, but the you is the good. And we need eudaimonia. We need good demons. We don't need caca. We don't need the caca demons. We don't need shit demons. We don't need Satan controlling all of our minds. And I feel like people generally don't get the situation that we're in. Like, and Christians especially don't get the situation. It's like the Christians don't believe in their religion. Like, they're kind of like me. It's like, yeah, I mean, I do have faith. I mean, is Jesus going to come back during your lifetime? Well, I mean, if he did, well, no, I mean, probably not. I mean, he probably can't. I mean, it's in one of those situations. And so when she's singing the song and it's that good, and she says, I give you my dreams, I give you my decisions, like I give you my life, like take a hold of my life and control me with the Holy Spirit. And we know that the Holy Spirit's real, because the number one thing you cannot blaspheme is the Holy Spirit. There's one rule, and it's don't blaspheme the Holy Spirit. Like, talk shit about the Holy Spirit. You have to believe in it. You can talk shit about Jesus all you want. You're not allowed to talk shit about the Holy Spirit. And she wants the Holy Spirit to control her that much. And there's a bad person out there that loves that they can find someone like that and get them to want the Holy Spirit to control them that much. And they don't know what they believe, and they want to put on their freaking yarmulke, and they want to worship this religion that didn't even exist at the time that Izu lived. Like, I mean, she knows about that religion. She's read about it. It's stupid. It involves like the priests are like who we bow down to, and like everything's like, oh, you can't touch that, and everything's about purity, and everything's about unclean, and everyone's afraid that if you're sick, then you got a demon, and everyone's demon possessed, and it's like completely nuts. It's so primitive. Even to her, I'm pretty sure she thinks those people were so freaking primitive. And because we believe they are so primitive, we can't think about those people. And because they were not that primitive. They were not freaking primitive. I have read the writings of Origin. That guy is not primitive. Like, I'm talking about, like, they're not like very basic people that are afraid of like voodoo. They're afraid of like going under a ladder. Like, I'm dead now. I went under a ladder. Like, they know that something. Like, they saw a black cat. Oh, not a black cat. They'll never get over the fact they saw a black cat. That's not actually how they were. Like, they actually believed in this guy Izu because he came back, and they actually believed in the name, and they believed that like this guy constantly talking about his name mattered. And for some reason, like, no one knows the freaking name. Like, I was just eating at a Syrian restaurant. They use Yeshua like they know it is. Like, they don't know that the Bible is like doesn't have Yeshua in it ever. Not mine. It's never once in my Bible. But I don't know why I'm making this video, but I feel like other people are gonna be looking at Codex Alexandrinus at the same time as me, and I'll start looking at it tomorrow. But if you think about cation, how like important of a word it is, because it's a positively charged ion, and like the positively charged ions are like the ones that you're always talking about, right? And cat, it's such a critical word. Like, what is it in Spanish? Gatos. And would a G change into, well, a cough, which would be catos. Or atos. Yeah, but I think that like what we're actually talking about is the word Satan, which apparently is Sate, or it might even be sit or sat, but it might be shit, because it is shit, because it's shaitan in Arabic, but it's not. It's Iblis apparently, or something. I don't even know, but I know shaitan for sure. And if it's shaitan, just like there's air on. Then it's shit, which it might be shit, and it might be cat, and it might be Kate. Wait, Sate. Oh, Sat. It's so hard to do because you know it's not, but it looks like that. But it's Sation because it's sat. But because a yawn, a sat yawn would be two words, or sat on, or saton, shiton. But this, but I mean, you can kind of spell it however you want, but because I think that shit could be sit also, and that's why Satan is over there. Like, I have a feeling that like we're gonna find out that like Satan, or not Aaron, Satan, like Sate, was like a really bad on at one point, like, because all these people are ons. Like, there's Nakai on, and Louis on, and Alien. And there's, which I think it would be more on a lot of the time, but there's this boozing, and there's Dawid on somewhere around there. And if there's Dawid on, then I think that like if there's Dawid on, then we can probably look in the Bible too to go see if Dawid on is somewhere in the Septuagint. So I'll start looking through Codex Alexandrinus tomorrow again. Like, I didn't look at it all day. I went and got shoes, and I got like I spent a lot of time eating Syrian food, and I showed this woman Ali, which it's Ali, like Izu's descended from Ali, but I feel like I don't know how well she understands the English, but yeah, he's descended from a lot of people. I feel like this is at least worth mentioning. So that would be Allah, and that would be Muhammad, his prophet. But Muhammad writes about Lease not bowing to God in heaven or some crap. Or Iblis is actually what it says in there, not Iblis. And so, like, I think that the key is like condensing it down to like what 3 letters you can look for, unless you're looking for Lease. But I mean, I guess you could look for LIS or LIC is what it would look like. But I don't know. I think Lease is probably was one of his names, and shit and Sat or Sate. But Sate can be different spellings. and sit can be shit. And because even if it's shit like that, it's still shit as long as you have a chi iota ta. And then Sate, because I think hopefully we'll find a lot of Satans, like Satan, like that, but or Sates. Like I think we're gonna find a lot of Sates because like we've seen the air is Aaron, and Eli is Elion, and then there's Luion and there's Ali on, which like I don't know how to not say it that way, but really it's Ali on, Ali on, because I think that this one's like when you don't la 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 la, like when we said il ilon il is not the same as il is not the same as illa. So I think it's more illa il on il on il on. So I think that yawn is one of those things that's more like the people, but I don't know. But I do think that Lease might be in there, and it's shit that like is going to be fun to read. Like if we're reading about shit all the time, it might be like, but he might be like murdering people. Like I have a feeling that like when we read about shit, it's like and then shit murdered like everyone.